What's going on, guys? We'll be here, and today I'm bringing you guys a little bit of a video showing you how you can actually horde and rape train the best possible way on any zombies game, either it be World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, or even Black Ops 3. I'm just going to be showing you some tips that may help you for hoarding or rape training or whatever you want to call it in Call of Duty Zombies. So if this video helped you in any way, shape or form, be sure to tell me down in the comment section below if you want to see more tips and tricks videos like this, where it's kind of not just on one game. I kind of tell you some tips that go through all of the Call of Duty zombie games, possibly even Exo Zombies if you're down for that. But pretty much this is a little series I just thought I'd show that would just make you a better zombies player in general. So today we're going to be talking about hoarding and rape training on any possible zombies game. So getting straight into it, I'm just going to be showing you a few techniques and a few strategies that I use personally in Call of Duty Zombies to actually train. So I'm going to get straight into it and say what is the first kind of strategy I use. I like to use the figure 8 strategy. Now this strategy is really good for Black Ops 2 zombies because in the gameplay I'm going to be showing you I'm on Nuketown, and Nuketown's a very close quartered map, and I'm pretty much just going around in a figure 8. It's pretty simple, just go from one side to the other and keep doing that in reverse, anti-clockwise, whatever you want to call it. You're pretty much just going around in a little bit of an 8 rotation. Now as I said before, I mainly use this on Black Ops 2 zombies because it's a very close quartered map, and from what I've seen and from what experience I've had with Black Ops 2 zombie maps, they're very tiny. I mean, we have Nuketown, we have Buried. Sure, they're big on the outside, but from going from A to B, they're pretty tiny and they don't have a lot of training locations. So pretty much you can train anywhere in any map. Just make sure you either do the figure 8 location, or there's another strategy that you can use, especially for Black Ops 2 zombies, and also works in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 1, but this is called circle training. Now circle training says it in the name. You're pretty much just going around in circles continuously, and you're looking back every, I want to say 5 seconds or so, maybe 5 seconds to about 25 seconds, and you're pretty much shooting your horde with whatever weapon you have. Now something I thought I'd throw out there before people say in the comment section what weapons are the best for training and stuff like that. There's really no weapon that's best for training. It's whatever you want to use. Any weapon possible is good for training. If you're on classic zombies such as Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, a gun I do suggest just for training and rape training and hoarding and everything like that would have to be the Mustangs and Sallys. Now those are the M1911 Pack-a-Punch. It's a starting pistol. Sure, it might take you a while for it to be Pack-a-Punch, but in the end it's completely worth it, just because this weapon's so powerful and it's pretty much amazing, and it's a very underrated weapon. Now in Black Ops 3 zombies we do have the exact same weapons. Those are called the Death and Taxes, but they're a bit of a nerfed version, I would say, to the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 version called the Mustang and Sallys. But pretty much when you're rape training or hoarding, you're pretty much wanting to have a very powerful weapon and a pretty much point hoarder. You're going to need a point hoarder. So as I said before, if you're on an older classic version of Call of Duty Zombies, I do suggest the MP5, as it is probably a war weapon, and it will give you the maximum amount of points, because points you will need to go and buy things around the map. If you're playing Nuketown, you're pretty much not going to need a lot of points, so any war weapon that is pretty much an SMG will help you in the long run for hoarding, just because it's very lightweighted, especially even when it's Pack-a-Punch. Now the lightweighted versions of SMGs are mainly in Black Ops 2 zombies. If you go back to like Black Ops 1 zombies and you see the Galil, and I know it's not an SMG, but you see the Galil, it's very clunky, and you go over to Black Ops 2, it's very lightweighted, so you're pretty much going to be needing the lightest possible weapons to use as you are hoarding these zombies. And one last strategy that I would give you guys for training is by going out on the outer brim of the room, the map, whatever you think is easiest. Do that. So the outer brim strategy is actually just walking really close to the walls. I do suggest walking when doing this strategy because you don't really want to hesitating in zombies is pretty much terrible. you really don't want to hesitate, because when you do hesitate, you kind of get all stressed, you kind of don't know what to do, you get cornered, you go down, and it's pretty much a no-go zone from then on out. So with all these strategies, don't hesitate, just walk. And something that could just improve this strategy, or any of these 3 strategies that I've just mentioned in general, would have to be stamina, because you are pretty much running around the map, I could say. But I do suggest walking, so you don't hesitate. So let's say you're on buried and you have the possibility to have stamina up, I do suggest go and get it, just because when you are walking or running, depends on what you want to do, it's going to make everything a whole lot easier. Okay, so those are pretty much the strategies. Now if you're wondering how you can just get better on training or hoarding or whatever in general, you're pretty much wanting Black Ops 2 for this. Now Black Ops 2 brought this mechanic in where you can go on to custom games and you can switch the rounds you actually start on when you spawn in. So if you're playing on Nuketown, you can switch the rounds to round 20, and you spawn in with the normal starting pistol, just like how you'd normally spawn in, except you're on round 20 and zombies are sprinting at you like crazy. So this is a really good way to train yourself. You train yourself for the hordes. So pretty much what you want to do, if you're on Nuketown, for instance, you want to actually go into the greenhouse and just train around there. Either use any of the 3 strategies that I just taught you before, they all work with this, but pretty much this is going to help you in the long run when you do go for high rounds games, or if you play with friends and stuff like that and you're doing separate training strategies. This is just going to be amazing in general, because it kind of teaches you how to kind of jump away from the zombies, how you can not get double hit without Juggernog, because you spawn into a Nuketown game, you're pretty much not getting Juggernog until maybe later in the round or a few rounds later. So it's pretty much making you persevere on having no perks. It's seriously the best way to train yourself to actually try and get good at hoarding in zombies. I do suggest it. If you do not have Black Ops 2 zombies, I do suggest going over to Black Ops 1 zombies and going on Moon and doing the No Man's Land challenge. If you don't know what that is, that's when you spawn in and you have about 15 seconds just to kill a few zombies, and this little buzzer goes off, and then the zombies start sprinting like it is like round 20 or 50. It's crazy. So that's just another way you can train yourself just to get better at training the hordes in general. Training is an amazing thing you can do in zombies, and it really does depend on the map. So as I said before, I've kind of been mentioning small maps because I know some people really enjoy playing small maps just because they're easy to play, they're very simple, and it kind of gives you a challenge. So if you're going over to the other side of the list, where you're either playing on Horizon Track, if you're playing on Origins, or any possible big map, what I suggest is cross map training. What that is, you're pretty much training your whole horde around the whole map. This is also really good on Buried. Even though it's a very close quartered map, you can train your whole zombies around, even into the maze you can do that. It's pretty crazy. It's a very nice strategy you can do if you don't like training in one spot for a few hours. I personally use this strategy a lot, and it does help you in the long run. Sure, it may take you a little bit more to kill some zombies, but at the end of the day, you're going to be getting to them high rounds as simple as possible. Maybe not as quick, maybe not as easy, but it's pretty much just going to be the most effective way. So some extra tips I can give you when training is a few things I just want to mention. So the first thing I want to mention is don't pick up any carpenters whatsoever. So if you're playing on a map that has a lot of barriers you can go and rebuild, never pick up a carpenter. It's going to ruin your train. And also never pick up a nuke unless you kind of are playing on a small map. If you're playing on a big map, it's pretty much gonna just ruin your train whatsoever. But never pick up carpenters, because they will rebuild your barriers and the zombies will just mess up and you're pretty much going to go down eventually, unless you're a zombie god. But I don't know, personally I just never pick up carpenters because it messes my strain up. And then if I get a nuke, I only get a nuke at the end of the round, so it actually finishes the whole train off. But pretty much that's just a few tips I could give you guys on like drops. So never get carpenters, never get nukes. Only get nukes if it's the end of the round or if it's the start of the round. Double points and max ammos will help you along the way. But guys, that's pretty much how to hoard, how to train, how to rape train on any possible Call of Duty Zombies map. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, and as I said before at the start of the video, if you want to see more like this, I am so down to make a few videos like this, maybe even turn this into a series. I just wanted to bring you guys a little bit of a tips and tricks guide, just showing you the basics of training, because I know some people don't know how to train. I know in Black Ops 3 Zombies a lot of people love to camp. Personally, I'm not a big fan of camping unless it's on Horizon Drac and I'm going for like an XP grind. But other than that, I hate camping. I don't see the point of it. You know, it just really takes the fun out of zombies. So I just thought I'd bring you guys a little bit of a tips and tricks guide showing you how you can horde, how you can rape train, whatever you want to call it. Just ways of trading on any possible map in Call of Duty Zombies. So that's pretty much the video today, guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to press subscribe to be up to date with all my zombies content. But I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.